Hi everyone, and welcome to the island of Mysteria. This is the island that I record all my videos from, so we are going to be doing this live instead of via Dream Address. I am starting here at Resident Services so you can see how to get to the airport. Mysteria is an island that me and my mom share. She plays it and I decorate it. I was inspired by an island that Katie on Calico had toured called Slateport. I will put the link to that video in the description. The island was an all-black theme, and when I saw it, I was reminded of the old black and white movies, and so I thought it would be really neat to do an island as a black and white movie in all grayscale. So the theme of this island is film noir. So here from the resident services, we're gonna go down and then slightly to the right to get to the airport. I didn't have any particular movie in mind when I started designing this island, but as I got most of the way through, I realized it could kind of be a take on Talk of the Town, which in itself is not a film noir movie, but it's still a drama, so you can get a bit of that vibe. So here we are at the airport. We'll go ahead and take a look at the map. I kept the theme going strong with all black and white villagers. We have 3 neighborhoods that hold them all. So let's get started. There are 3 little gifts here at the airport. It's a biker jacket, some jeans and boots in case you want to fit in with the black and white theme. So we're starting here in the town. We have a little bakery right here. And then we'll run upstairs real quick. We have the museum here as well. We're only gonna go to the left for right now. Here is the interior of the bakery, up on its roof, but you get the idea. I tried very hard to keep to the film noir theme. Of course, we had to have Marlowe, by making sure that all the items I used could have been from that era. May not be 100%, but I tried my best. We will run down to the beach real quick. I kept the beaches pretty minimal because I felt like it would have worked best for that era. So there's not really too much going on down here. Right here we have the Able sisters, which is tucked away, but they have their cute little display here. It is accessible still. I made the little squeak through right there. But the stores are not black and white, so I had to do my best to cover those up. Just a little dead end, and then up here we have Nooks. It's a little newspaper stall here. Again, trying to cover up Nooks as best I can. Got the little area for the shopping carts over here. And then around back behind Nooks, we have the drugstore. Just cute and simple. I was excited to finally get to use these cabinets. They fit so well for this. And then, of course, next to the drugstore, you have to have a diner. Finding black and white food was very limiting. Thankful for the update because that helped so much. So these stairs here take us back down to resident services, but we're gonna go back around and finish going around the beach. Some abandoned boats and the peninsula, just using the iron pergola, some phone booths. There's a little area over here where you can grab a snack. And then we'll go this way. Again, just keeping things simple. I really liked how this back corner turned out with all the candles. Just sweet. And then there are 2 nature areas on the island. My mom really likes water, so I wanted to try and include some waterfalls for her. So not completely black and white here. I did need to keep some grass. I mean, every square is completely covered, so no fossils spawn on this island, but it is aesthetically pleasing. And right here we are behind the drugstore and diner. This poor left car. We have a gas station. I knew I had to have a gas station on this island. It was just too perfect. Lots and lots of cars. This is probably the strongest city core island that I've done. Just have a little dead end back here looking out over the ocean. And then if we keep going straight, this road takes us back to resident services again. But we do have this little shopping area here. I'm gonna switch to my camera so I can come up and angle it. So we have all the little storefronts. Camera is stuck on me. Fun filling them all again, trying to find items that would work for the era as well as black and white was a bit of a challenge. Then back up resident services again. So if we go back, right here we have the factory, the abandoned factory. Now, if we want to say that this was based on talk of the town, then the factory should technically be burnt down. But I like the idea of abandoned much better. I think we can get a bit of a better view from this side than the left side. That balloon is ruining my aesthetic. So can get up a bit higher over here. And you can see a bit more of the depth of the layering. And the campsite is actually built into the middle of the factory. And I'm going to run back over to resident services one more time because I actually have a pipe hidden behind it so that I can still access the campsite. And there is a small area of the factory that is accessible from above. Obviously can't have the pipe visible because it's green. So we have the campsite here, and there is a ladder. I like having a storage shed and the workbenches close to the campsite, so if I'm inviting people in, it makes it a lot easier to craft everything. So it's very tight in here. I love using the stove pipes, I think they are, to make all the smokestacks. I had seen that idea on Pinterest and I thought it was absolutely brilliant. Let's see if I can get a bit of a better angle on here now that I'm up here for you. The sides are pretty well mirrored. I don't know if I kept all the colors exactly mirrored, but the layout is the same. And the only access to up here is through the pipe. So keep that in mind if you decide to come visit. Alright, we will go back around and start visiting the neighborhoods. I have the bad habit of playing with my camera in the overview angle, probably because most of my island builds are pretty packed, so it's the only way to really see everything. We're gonna save this level for last. My house is up there. This is one of the other nature areas, which we will get from the other side. Let's go upstairs first. We'll go to the back and work our way forward. So the secret beach is tucked away back here. And then to the left we have Apollo's house. I wanted him to just have more of a junky, neglected yard. Just seemed to fit. And then to the right we have Agnes. Had to have some plants for her since she likes gardening. And for the villagers who aren't home, I will be posting videos of all the interiors on my Instagram, so you can feel free to check it out there. Felt like Agnes just needed a little bit more of a classic touch. The ranch seemed a good match for her. Again, trying to keep everything black and white was definitely a challenge. I better talk to her so she doesn't get puzzled when I walk out. I always feel so bad when I do that. But I really am happy with the way her house turned out. All the interiors are customized, as are the exteriors, so that they remain black and white. I saw the idea for the garages on Pinterest. They are the storefronts turned backwards, and then you have the well, these are the storefronts, and the back is the wide display shelf, and then you use the simple panels and the curtain. So they come out really cool, and I like that it gave it a more full house build. This is Cole's yard. Have to have the bunny for him. He's having a movie night. I mean, lazies. You gotta love them. They're my favorite. Hands down. So I had to keep that comfy, cozy idea feel through his house. So we use the patchwork furniture. And I love the little cube lights. They just are so fun. Especially when you use the custom patterns on them. Say hi to Cole so he doesn't feel sad. Those little buck teeth, I love it. And then to the right, we have Aurora's house. Kept her yard fairly simple. She's just a sweet little soul. You know, maybe doing a little work around the house. And don't ask me how their cars get down, because I have no idea. If you noticed, Cole doesn't have a car. He's not allowed to drive. Here we have Dottie. Again, had to have the little bunnies, because, I mean, seriously. A lot of rabbits in this town, which works, because I love rabbits, so. Her house is probably one of my favorites because it just feels so perfectly Dottie. I'll talk to her first this time. I really love having the partitions since we had that update. It's just so nice being able to divide their house up so they can have separate rooms. And then to the right, we have Gingy's house. So he's got, you know, all his workout equipment. He's got his basketball hoop here, though he had to have volleyballs because they're white. So let's head into his house, which it's Genji, so I did it more along the lines of a gym, so he can keep fit. Hi, Genji. You know, he's gotta have that shower for after he finishes working out. Though he may view it as a badge of honor. We will run over real quick and peek onto the beach. Gulliver passed down over here. The back area is very simple. There's some wooden stakes and a couple of log lounges. And then volleyball because, you know, Gingy always wants to stay fit. We'll explore the rest once we get this neighborhood section up here. This is Whitney's house. I wish she was home. I love her interior. Got her little telescope over here to continue looking at the stars. And then we come around here and we have Marlowe's house. We have a little parking area down here. And then this area of the beach, kind of similar to what I did on my Alice in Wonderland island, but all in one. Just kind of fun and whimsical. It's like a festival on the beach or something. It wraps around a bit. Our little lighthouse. You can see the volleyball net back there. We have this lake area, so tried to incorporate the river mouth continuing like it's a bridge. Just did the land bridge instead. Got the little island here in the middle. Just lots of flowers, some rocks, lamps, butterfly models. Little stream here coming from the waterfall upstairs, which is in my yard. And then right here is another little section of beach, again, just very simple. We'll go back up here by the bakery where we started. And I think I'll save my house for last. So back here we have Zell's house. He has the ruins. I really wanted to incorporate these somewhere in the black. It's just so stunning. You can actually climb up on this back part here, and it loops around so you can get a bit of an overview here of the factory. Sorry, I had to do this at night when it was raining because it's just so moody, and it's noir, like it has to be. You do have to sit down and turn around to get quite over in that area. And then the staircase here leads back over by Dottie and the larger neighborhood. Here we have Portia's house. I would take you inside, but she refuses to use the stove that I gave her and uses her kitchen island instead, and it takes up like half her house and ruins the design. So I will show you that on Instagram. Hi, Zell, you're kind of in my way here. And then here is my house with a little pond, which leads to the waterfall that we saw right behind the museum. The main floor is basically just a hallway. I'd seen the idea and I thought it was really cute. They actually used the partition straight across and closed off the back room. But I like the idea of just kind of having it as the entryway and letting it be available to all the rooms. I won't turn it all the way because then you get those awkward empty spaces over there. But we will run over here first. Trying to come up with enough separate rooms that are all black and white was a challenge. I'll say that again. This is kind of like a courtyard patio area. It's kind of been neglected a bit. very simple, nothing out of the ordinary there. And then the back room is the bathroom. I had seen some ideas on, once again, Pinterest or Instagram for Happy Home Room, and how they use the pillars to condense this and then make a window in the back. And I was like, ooh, with the rain and the thunderstorms, it'd be perfectly moody. So had to do that here. I obviously can't change the sides of the room, so I used the partitions and pillars to just close the room in a little bit, make it a little more narrow, which I feel works so much better for the bathroom because it always just seems a little too big. Like, no bathroom is that big and square. So felt like it just made it work. And here to the left is a walk-in closet. I've been wanting to do one of these for so long because I am a clothes girl. I love clothes, and I love it. Though, again, I had to go buy clothes because I did not have enough here that would show up well on the wall, and that were black and white and gray. I mean, I would love to have this kind of a walk-in closet. It's just so pretty. We will head downstairs next. It is the living area slash kitchen. Got our little kitchen area over here. I love the idea of using the spotlights with the kitchen set. It works so well because they're completely hidden, but they give you that look of the built-in lighting. And then let me move over a bit so we can see the living room better. Felt like the radio and the fireplace, just a good vibe for that vintage era. Got your newspapers in the corner and the TV also tucked away. A lot of times if you watch old TV shows, they didn't actually have the TV in a prominent place. They would have rollaways sometimes so you could tuck it back out of sight. So I thought that would work nice. And then upstairs is the bedroom with its attached little sitting room. Because, you know, all those old movies, they had the sitting areas with their bedrooms, and I just love this elegant furniture. It's definitely a vibe. We have the bedroom over here. And that, my friends, is the end of our tour. I will definitely be posting pictures on Instagram as well as the interiors of all the houses. I really hope that you can come visit the island yourself. The dream address will be in my bio, as well as the link to my Instagram and the island that inspired this. I hope that I will see you again soon, and I will try to be more regular about updating. I hope you're having a great day. Bye!